Hey everyone, Kyle, McPhee Motor Cars Hot Rod Shop RC Edition. We're going to work on our UDR that we busted the hell out of. Stand by for a little bit of repair. We got a whole lot of suspension broken on the old UDR. Stay tuned and we'll show you how to fix it. Well, here's the damage. Stay tuned for the next few video clips and you're going to see how all this carnage occurred. Wow! Busted trailing arm. Okay, Kyle from McPhee Motor Cars here. We're going to do a little repair work, upgrade on our Traxxas UDR. We beat the hell out of this thing, and this week we actually did some pretty good damage to it, so we got to repair it. We busted the trailing arms on the back, at least one of them, so we're going to upgrade with these aluminum. They're a little heavy. I'm a little concerned. They are heavy, but they look strong as hell, because we're going to put these in. If this aluminum torques out this plastic here, we're looking at a new chassis upgrade, so we might be careful there. But we're going to put those on. And I tore up the front center drive shaft. It's made of plastic, apparently. I was in there looking at it and it twisted right off, so we're going to get that plastic piece out. And Traxxas actually makes a what is called the, I think it's the 8556X. It's a, the X is the term, makes it metal. It's a dog bone system instead of the plastic, so we're going to try to install this into the center drive shaft area here without removing the front end. That is a huge job to break this thing down to the front end. So I think I can get through from the side to get the little grub screw in the side here. So we're gonna work on that, but we got to remove the whole engine, transmission, and drive line here to get down inside here. So here we go. So I'm going to save the trailing arms because I believe I'm going to crack open this rear diff and take a look at it and maybe put some lithium grease in that spool. So let's just go ahead and see if we can get this front. I've already removed the battery door here, but I think we can remove this whole piece out of here. It's a matter of removing some screws. There's a set screw here, but I just pulled the whole shaft out. It's fine. This seal looks like it's tore up a little bit. I got pinched. I'm going to have to get a new one. See how the bearings are here? Yeah. Rotating freely, doesn't feel like any grit or sand or anything. I don't run this in the sand much. But there we go. Okay, this is our transmission here. Okay, so I pulled the piece out yesterday that was tore up. I don't know, I have it laying around here somewhere, but it was a piece of splined plastic that went in here. You guys, here it is. Look at this crap. Thanks, Traxxas. We got this piece of spline plastic that got twisted up in there, snapped off on the inside. So we're gonna give it a whirl as to there's a screw down in here that we'll take off. This looks like the bigger one. Let me swap out my bits again. So I ran to my guy out at my local hobby shop and I went and got 2 of these plastic drive shafts because they're cheap. Let me see, I think I paid $5.50 a piece for these things. So they're easy to put in when they're plastic. If I blow another one, I bought 2 of them, so they're easy enough to put in. I just really didn't want to tear the front end off this UDR. I don't think I'm qualified at this point to do it. I know it's just a matter of taking screws out, but I don't want to mess up any of the geometry and the, you know, I'm just not there yet as far as I will be. At some point I'm going to break one of these arms and I'll have to take things apart, but right now I think it's easier just to put the new plastic shaft in and maybe not torque it on the pavement as much. I think that's what did it, was just the pavement, because I have beat the piss out of this thing on the dirt and I haven't broken anything. So I think it was the pavement torquing the thing on the pavement that twisted that off. So we'll just put in a new plastic one. If it breaks again, we'll, in the meantime, because I did go online and the Hawk aluminum one, which looks amazing, you can't, it was, you know, like 6 weeks out before I could get it. So I'll probably order one of those and it'll end up here eventually, and I'll come in and replace it and we'll do another video. So for now I'm just going to put in the old plastic one and get this thing back rolling again. We got some bashing to do. Alright, so we're putting the collar back on, the new collar back on the front of the transmission here. We got it seated in, comes with screws. They already had Loctite on them, so just tightening this down. I would say probably not using a drill on this because you could over tighten that plastic and crack it down there on the bottom. That's why I bought 2. I've been known to over tighten stuff. So okay, that's tight. Okay, that's the easy part. That one's on now. We got to get up in there, get this part back in there on that shaft, run the grub screw, I guess they call it, up in there. I'm just test fitting this to make sure. I always like to run them in there one time to get the threads worked in a little bit. Getting this thing in the hole. See, that's, there it is. Just trying to see how that goes. Alright, so that's the plan. Let's see if we can get her done. Let's put her up on its nose here. I gotta see how my flat shaft is oriented there. I'm gonna clock it. What I mean by that is I'm gonna turn it so it's, oh, my rear end came apart. I forgot. A real pain in my ass here. I should have really took this motor off. I want to clock that shaft so it's flat. So then when I run the plastic piece in flat, I know that it's gonna be the same. So I'm just spinning the front axles. Of course, that's going to be really hard to do. Look at that. First try. First try. Now the hard part. I think that was the easier part. We gotta get this grub screw in there. If you call it the grub screw, you guys are probably not calling it that. Set screw, whatever. It's the screw that goes in on the shaft. Alright, let me see if I can try to find it here. Find the hole. And that looks like that's it right there. Oh boy. I'm gonna do it by hand because I don't want to cross thread it. I want to get it started by hand. I need to invest in a longer set of bits. These bits right here are a little short for my liking. I think I want to order something a little bit longer. If you guys know any good tool kits, throw them in. Ah, you fucker, I knew that was going to happen. Of course, this one's not good and magnetized like my drill one is. And I leave them in a magnetic tray, thinking that they would pick up some of the magnetism like this. I'm going to try something by hand. Yeah, and they're two different sizes, so I can't run this bit in the handle there, so I'm going to do it by hand. Seeing that this is the magnetic bit. Boy, what a pain in the ass this is. I need a longer. Kind of got to get aggressive. You just got to jam her in there. Hopefully it doesn't turn. I think it did. The shaft turns on you. Well, it stayed in. It certainly did. I'm doubting that my video is picking this up for you guys, but I gotta get a better angle here. Alright, let's see if we can make this happen. Getting the light down in there is tough. Alright, I'm on it. I'm on it. I think I got it, guys. I think I got lucky. Lucky. I think I got it. Just don't want to over tighten it, but I think that's it. I think I got it. It's nice and straight. Okay, let me make sure I got. It looks like it's working. There it is, right there. Okay, I think we got it. All right. Now, let's see if this is going to line up in here. Let's put this part. I think there's an easier way to do this. And the easier way to do it would be put this whole thing in the carrier before you put the carrier in. Learn as you go. Learn as you go. You can't get pissed off. You gotta kind of just enjoy this stuff, you know. I'm doing this rather than going to work every day, so let's line them up. Got this little notch here. Sits down in there nice. Spin, rotation. Ooh, I felt a little friction in the bearing there. Maybe not. Alright. Now let's try to get it in there. Let's get this screw back out. All at once now. Let's try to get this son of a bitch to go in there. Nice and easy on the entry here. They don't crack the plastic. As soon as the drill starts to struggle, then I go in there and do it by hand. Automotive school, a lot of times they wouldn't even allow power tools on stuff because they wanted you to get the feel for how things felt when they were snug by hand. Can't get that feel unless you really, after a while you learn with the drill. You start to listen. You put that setting, I got it on high because I was doing some other things, but you can put it down on low and it'll stop on its own. Probably should. It'll go like this. See? It won't let you over tighten it. Smart drill. Let's see where it's set at here. Yeah, so 4 is probably good, you know, on something like that. 2 if you want. Alright, we'll see who is paying attention. I had to pull it back out again because I looked over at my other little bench here and the bearing was missing off the back. I didn't put the bearing on, so you guys are probably out there going, put the fucking bearing on, you dumbass. We got it on. We got it on. Relax. Told you. It's the first time I put this in, so I'm learning on the fly in front of you guys. Some of these guys stage all their videos and do test fits and all that bullshit. I don't do that. I'm just taking it apart and figuring it out as I go. My rotational system here works good. Everything's working. Make sure my front axles, look, they're all solid. We're working. We're back to 4-wheel drive. Like it smooth too. It's not, wait till we put the spur gear up from the motor and where all the noise comes from, but nice and quiet, nice spin. So I'm thinking the front diff's in really good shape. There's probably lube in there. I don't feel any friction, you know, or nothing. So I think we're good. I think we're real good there. So I'm just going to keep buttoning up the tray holding the transmission here. We're going to keep running screws in until I run out of frickin' screws. Alright guys, in this video clip here, basically buttoning things up, I put these trailing arms, these aluminum CNC style trailing arms on the UDR, and I was concerned because of the weight. They're pretty heavy and you're screwing them onto everything that's plastic. So I'm just guessing when something breaks, it's not going to be the aluminum, it's going to be the plastic. And you're going to see that that's the case in a later video. We ended up breaking the rear axle housing tabs off. So we're going to do another video on that situation. But I did get in a motor mount and a new pinion gear and installed those. Didn't get them on video, unfortunately, but we got the thing put back together, and you'll see in the next clip here we take it out for a little burn, and everything seems to work good. The next video you'll see, though, that we post will be involving the trailing arm in the rear axle. So stay tuned for that, and hope you enjoyed this thing. I know it's a little long, but these repairs, you know, this is kind of my first go at gutting the drive line out of this UDR. I think I have a pretty good understanding of how the thing operates now. So thanks for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of the video. Alright guys, I got it back together. It was running good here. Took it out in the yard for a little test run, and something broke. So something up front here is making some noise. What happened was I was running it in the grass and it was running really good, handling perfect, dialed in everything. I ran it over to the neighbor's yard and got on their cement driveway, made a turn and gassed it off the cement, and heard something snap in the front end here. So here's what it's doing. Listen. It makes a noise when I turn. Watch. See it only spinning one side, making all kinds of noise. Strip the fucking gears out. Just fixed it. Just fixed it too. So when we get our new motor mount, I guess we're getting a new spur gear. There's the grub. And there's the 27 tooth spur with missing teeth. Not good. Not good. The old UDR is out of commission. Find me a... My local hobby shop has a lot of Traxxas parts, so I'm thinking you'll see him tomorrow. Maybe we can get a new one. Should I go bigger? Make this thing faster, more sporty? I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll have to do some research and see if I can go bigger, or if it's gonna mess things up. But she's apart in pieces, out of commission, to be continued.